On this episode, we break into some Maker's Mark private selects. So sit back, grab a pour, kick up your feet, and enjoy this episode of The Bourbon Hunters.
Gather round the mic, it's time to unwind. Drinking our bottles, all that we find. With tastings and tales, we're sharing our pours. Tune in each week, there will always be more. Tune in each week, there's lots to hear. Laughter and stories, we're all here to share. We're giving our ratings, they're always fair. Sit back, grab a pour, kick up your feet and enjoy.
While you're listening, head over to our website at bourbonhunters.com where you can purchase Bourbon Hunters glassware and products, and sign up for our Patreon, which puts you on the list for single barrel announcements from our private barrel club.
Tune in each week, sit back. Tune in each week, grab a pour. Tune in each week, kick up your feet and enjoy. Kick up your feet and enjoy.
Welcome to another episode of The Bourbon Hunters. I am Dude Pool, and I am joined by...
Tyler Schaefer.
Oh, he got his... I was testing him. He didn't have his headphones on yet. He was rushing to get them on. And
Brett Bryan.
we've got the original trio back today.
The boys are back in town.
Yeah, buddy.
I was waiting for you to go, the boys are back in town.
The boys are back. So we've got a little treat today. Some not touched in probably 2 years Maker's Marks. These are all from 2020 and 2021. So we've got 4 different private selects that we're doing. And these are all just, we tried to pick 4 that were just kind of randomly different, you know, as far as stave collections or selections are concerned. And I think these all have the old stave on them too, right? The one that they don't do anymore? Really? Is that right?
I'm trying to remember.
So you want the current staves?
Yeah.
So the current staves, as they are,
I think it's the French oak that they got rid of.
there's toasted French spice. Does that have toasted French spice on
It
it?
does.
There is roasted French mendiant.
Does not have that. Okay. That's what I was confusing with toasted French mocha.
Oh, the mocha is the one they don't have anymore.
Yeah.
Now, supposedly, if you had done a pick previously, you have access to the mocha.
Okay.
So if you had done a pick before they changed out to this, your grandfather didn't. Remember they told us that when we made our pick? Our pick, which is called Vanilla Espresso, you would have access to if you joined our Patreon and Single Barrel Club. So we have other picks coming out this year, including an Old Forester Barrel Strength, which was ridiculous.
Phenomenal.
It was so good.
Phenomenal.
And then we've got, we're going to be doing a James E. Pepper decanter single barrel pick coming up soon. And then we should have our Elijah Craig should be out imminently, as they keep telling us.
Any day.
Any day now. Because they've been telling us for a month now.
As long as OHLQ wants to
actually deliver it. Yeah. All right. So that being said, let's go ahead and pop open the first one. Which one is this, Brett? I will let you introduce it.
Yeah, this is... Sorry, I had a work thing. Apologize. Now I'm good. This is Queen City. And so it has 2 of the baked American pure.
Now, this is an OHLQ, right?
You can't see? Yes.
And Queen City is generally referring to Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Correct?
That's correct. Yep. We have 3 of the seared French cuvee. We have 4 of the Maker's Mark 46. We have 1 of the roasted French mocha and 0 of the toasted French spice.
Do you need my readers?
I think I might, actually. This is bad. It is 111.2 proof. 55.6 alcohol by volume.
All right. Pour it out, Tiger.
I didn't know if it said anything else on here.
You know there's only 3 of us here, right?
That was for your next one. I was staging.
Oh, okay.
I
like it.
I'm a prepper.
He's a prepper.
Do you want to pour your own, sir?
Yep.
So, Brett, how's it been going, buddy?
Good.
You've been traveling recently, I feel like. You went somewhere, didn't you? Like to some city or to something, little mini trip somewhere?
I don't think so,
No,
sir.
I did not.
I swear you have. And you went to a golf
Yeah.
trip while he's thinking about where he's been recently. Talk about your golf trip.
So I actually had to go to Michigan for 2 trips in the week. I went up Wednesday, came back and then went back up Friday.
Was
part of
one for
Michigan?
work or they both
What?
for
1.5.
1.5 was
yeah.
for work?
Yeah, 1.5. Friday.
So you parlayed your second work trip into a fun trip at the end of the week?
No, I mean I just got lunch with my boss and that on Friday, and that's it. But I went over and played Eagle Eye in East Lansing, which is I think a top 10 public course in
Yeah, I've heard that place sucks.
Michigan, and it's fucking phenomenal.
How'd you golf?
Actually, that course not too bad.
What's that mean?
I was under 50 for 9.
Okay.
And that's with a triple on the 9th hole. And then me and my buddy, who's not a great golfer, we scrambled my two other buddies on the back 9, and we were like 3 over.
Yeah, that's not horrible,
yeah.
especially if it's a tougher course. And
Yeah. But
speaking of golf,
but Saturday we had a golf outing, and the 4 of us did atrocious. We were 3 over as a foursome, which is hard to do.
yeah, it is in scramble.
Yeah.
You have to all suck on the same hole a couple times.
Yes.
So, speaking of golf, Happy Gilmore 2, what did you think?
I did not watch it.
What in the actual... Seriously?
Yeah.
Have you seen it yet, Brett?
I have not.
Oh, my gosh.
So,
You guys are
well,
really disgusting.
I'm going to watch it. This weekend, I did get my TV finally installed, so
yeah? How's it
super
turn out?
ecstatic about that. It's amazing, and I'm not just like trying to like feel better about the amount of money I spent on the TV. I legit feel like I'm in a movie theater.
Yeah.
It's like so immersive, like with the surround sound system that I did, and
You
that.
have a pretty sweet surround sound system.
Yeah, I do. I did the Sonos Dolby Atmos that they have, and it's pretty cool. Like even where the sub sits behind the couch, it like vibrates the couch and shit like you're in the movies. But everyone was saying that you need to watch Top Gun Maverick with like an OLED TV and the Dolby Atmos like surround sound. So that's what I watched was Maverick on there, and I'm planning on doing Happy Gilmore. And I've seen the first one several times, but it's been like a while, so I wanted to rewatch it just for giggles and shits because why not? And then I'll do Happy Gilmore 2.
Yeah. My wife actually wanted to watch Happy Gilmore 2.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Really?
surprised the shit out of me. I was like, what? Like, you want to watch a movie that just came out? Holy shit. Like, I thought I was going to have to sneak around and, like, watch it, like, while, like, in the morning or something like that, or, like, while she's not home or whatever, just kind of mix it up. But she actually wanted to watch it. And it was pleasantly surprising, and it was good. And the
Yes.
amount of cameos in it, I thought was just the right amount of cheese and good. You can tell that the original movie affected so many people and so many current today's golfers out
Yeah.
there that they wanted to be in it, and they had speaking roles, and they like it was
Yeah.
like like Jack Nicklaus has a great speaking part in it. You've got Nick Fauda, you've got like all the greats, I can't even remember all of them now, but there were so many of them, just of the greats. And they're all wearing yellow jackets, which is great.
Is Tiger in it?
No, he was not in it.
Damn.
He probably wouldn't agree, I bet you.
I don't know why.
I don't know.
You would think he'd want to be in it.
Yeah, but maybe some of the jokes he wasn't like okay with. You never know.
Nah. I mean, all these people were in there making fun of themselves.
Yeah.
Like playing caricatures of themselves. It was actually really funny. Like, what's it, Bryson?
Bryson, yeah.
How do you say his last name?
DeChambeau.
DeChambeau. He was in it. Rory was in
Yeah.
it. I mean, like, Scheffler's in it.
Yep.
Like, it's
wow.
it's a great cast of like
Yeah.
golfers, and they play a significant role in the movie. Like, it's not just them screwing around. They play a significant role in the movie, which is actually pretty funny. And John Daly steals the show. He is.
I'm sure he's
my
hilarious.
God,
in
he's
that.
hilarious.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, he's good.
Is Shooter McGavin in it again?
He is.
Nice.
And he plays
Okay.
a significant role, and it's good.
Okay. Yeah, no spoilers. I want to watch it still.
I mean, it's a good movie. Like, I don't know that there's anything I could spoil. Like, it's all the same type of thing where it's just, one-liners and funny stuff, just, stupid stuff. Like, it's good. It's good. And I will say the one thing that made me kind of chuckle was his new Happy Place. You know how he had to close his
yeah.
eyes and go to his happy place?
Now that was a different
That was
movie,
funny.
wasn't it? I thought that was.
No, it's Happy
No,
Gilmore.
you're right. You're right.
Because he
I'm so
dreams
sorry.
of his girlfriend holding the beers and
and his grandma's like hitting the slot machine. Now that I
and
think
then
about
Shooter
it.
McGavin comes in and starts
Yeah.
rubbing up on
Yeah.
Veronica.
And
or
she wears the Gene Simmons kiss
Virginia-
mask
yeah,
too.
Yeah, and then he starts like deep throating
The tongue.
The tongue, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that now.
So it's good. It's like the new one is funny. His new Happy Place is pretty funny. But anyway, Travis Kelce's in it, and he plays a significant like little role in it, which is kind of funny. Like not significant, but like a good speaking role. Like it's just a good movie. Eminem's in it.
Yes. Reese's Pieces.
Who's the Triple D guy? Guy Fieri.
Fieri.
He's in it.
That's funny.
Hey, there's so many people in it. It's
Columbus native.
Yeah, it's funny. But anyway, all right. So let's start nosing this one. This is our first one. This is Queen City, 111.2 proof, right?
Yes. I get like a tiramisu coffee chocolate note almost immediately on the nose.
Reminiscent of vanilla
Espresso. I think ours is more pronounced.
The
than
thing I
this.
get that's a little different than this than ours is on this one I get a mint. It's almost
No,
like a
don't
little
tell
bit
me
of a
that.
mint finish.
I don't want to know that shit.
It's almost like a mint leaf kind of finish.
Yeah.
It's not bad, but it's not what I generally want in one of these, you know. These private selects I've always liked for being a little bit sweeter with, you know, a little you can kind of taste the oak, but like it's not overpowering and you got a sweetness in there that's always fun and you know, which is why everyone has a good time naming these things, I think.
I'd love to know the name behind this. I don't know. Like I know Queen City is Cincinnati, but was someone in Cincinnati involved in this?
The card on there might have it.
Oh, really?
You might need to borrow my glasses though if that's
I
the
know.
case. I thought they had something about the different releases on. It may not be on that card. It might just be talking about the different staves.
This is just the different staves and 1,001 combinations.
All right, never mind then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so go back to this after you've had a drink. Go back to the nose. And I feel like that you start to get a little bit of the mint, just a touch in the nose.
You're right.
And then now I'm going to go back to the... I feel like the mint was pretty pronounced for me when I first took a drink. But all those things that you said, like there's like it starts at the front of the tongue with a tiramisu, goes to the middle of the tongue, you get that coffee bitterness, which is good, and then about probably 3/4 of the way back the tongue, it kind of hits that little mintiness. But that second drink for me wasn't as minty as the first one.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me when you the smell reminds me of the taste of like one of those Andes mints. You know, what I'm talking about like those
a
after
chocolate,
dinner
chocolate
dessert things.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of that, which is wild as it sounds. I don't really care for mint and like dessert stuff. I actually like those Andes mints, but they have to be cold. If it's like been in your pocket and you try and eat it, like ew, it's like toothpaste. I don't want that. It needs to be cold. Like as a kid, sorry, I'm segueing again.
No, you're fine.
The Girl Scout cookies, the Thin Mints, my dad would put those in the freezer, and they were really good out of the freezer for whatever reason. Like it, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's something about cooling the mint, as weird as that
Maybe,
sounds.
because that'd probably make me like it more.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of chocolate and mint together. Never have been. You know, it's like eating candy bars when you're brushing your teeth. I just don't, you know, I don't know. I've just never been a big fan.
It's strange. I've even had some like chocolate porter mint beers, as weird as that
Okay.
sounds. Some of those are good. Some of them are refreshing. It's just a very strange flavor combination, but I enjoy
and I can
this.
see where
I do.
mint can be refreshing. Like a mint julep is a refreshing drink, but it just doesn't have that chocolate component to it. When you get chocolate and mint together, I'm just not a big fan. I don't know why, and I'm weird. I know I'm weird on that one because I know that I am definitely in the
No, there's a
minority.
lot of people that don't like.
Yeah, but I think more people do like that. You know, I think more people are a fan of chocolate and mint together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's mint chocolate chip, and there's
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, a lot of people do. I feel like, and but anyway, consensus on this one. Was this
I like
one
it.
you like? Yeah. What do you think?
I actually like this more than I thought I would. When you said mint, I was like,
I know.
I'm
I
not
saw your
gonna
face
like
kind of
it.
crinkle up. Yeah.
But I do enjoy this, so I am pleasantly surprised that I do.
I'll say that I like it more than I expected to when I first got mint from it as well.
Yeah.
And truth be told, I don't think I've ever had a Maker's private select that I haven't liked.
Yeah,
honestly,
that's true.
I've liked them all for different reasons, you know, whatever the case may be. But, you know, but there's that something about them that's always like really appealing to me. And I don't know what, but this one has something there too.
There was the one that was like Grandpa's Hot Toddy, and I feel like I didn't care for that because it was like it was very like warm cinnamon.
It's actually, but yeah, you don't like that.
And I don't like all that. Like
I do, but I still have that one.
Yeah.
Grandpa's Toddy or something, right? That was back there. We just didn't pick it, right?
Yep.
It's funny because these are all from like 2020 and 2021.
Well, these used to, like for us, these used to be a thing that we would hunt for a lot back in the day.
You'd go find, like, some stores wouldn't get all the selections. Some would get like 2 of the 5, and others would get like 3 of the 5, and you know, you'd have to go to like 3 or 4 different stores to find them.
Yeah, and I would,
good.
and I would try and hunt a bunch of them, but they're kind of expensive.
Well, there was always one that was like hard to find,
Yeah.
like Milkshake. Remember, Milkshake
Yeah.
was tough to find. You
People-
couldn't get it anywhere.
People would try and really hunt all the like the chocolate things. There was like
Yeah.
chocolate brownie sundae and shit
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that people
Yep.
were always.
Grab the next. Is that one unopened?
It is unopened. That's why I was going to crack it.
Wow.
Is that Winter Weasel?
This is winter. It's wassail.
Oh, Wassail. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, so it has 6 of the American baked puree, 2 of the seared French cuvee, 0 of the Maker's 46, 0 of the French mocha, and 2 of the toasted French spice, I should clarify. And
This will
this
be
comes
interesting.
in right at 111 proof exactly, so 55.5% alcohol by volume from September of 2020. So this is like COVID bottle, man. I don't know if I should open it.
Yeah,
Could
open
be
it,
like
man.
releasing
The COVID.
some kind of, what if
Yeah.
there's like COVID trapped in here?
I hope so.
And it's a mutated version.
So Tyler brought up an interesting point today, and more that it was interesting that Tyler's the one who came up with it. But but no, he brought up a good point. Like, what do the cards say? There's 1,001.
Yeah, 1,001
combinations.
combinations.
But then you take into consideration that even with that 1,001 combinations of staves, you still have potentially
Different
a
proofs.
2 or 3 proof range
Yeah,
difference
very
between
valid.
these.
Do they only swing 2 to 3, or
I don't know that I've seen them much below like a 109 and much above a 112.
okay?
So,
Too many things in my hands. Hold this real quick.
but my point is that with that variation of proof and then the variation of those 1,001 options or whatever, you know, that I feel like you're never going to, even if you have the same, like 2 bottles from different selections with the same stave combinations, I feel like you're still going to potentially get a different flavor.
Sure.
Well, yeah, and you make a good point with like that's how Makers kind of is anyway. It's all the same. Like they're shelfers, right?
Yeah, and if you're not familiar with how Makers does their private selects, they're not technically a single barrel. They are single barrel finished, but they're not a single barrel going into that process like other places do. So what they do is they batch it like a regular, Maker's product, and then at cask strength, so regular Maker's cask strength, they batch it into a 53-gallon, I think a 53-gallon. It's Angel's Envy that does
Yes.
it bigger.
Yeah,
right?
Angel's Envy, that's 59.
Yeah, so they batch it into a 53-gallon barrel and then dip the staves that you select into it to let it sit for like 6 weeks or whatever the case whatever the length is. So it sits there for 6 weeks, but it starts off as a full barrel in that process, as a batched full barrel. And then your selection comes out of that barrel as a single finished barrel, but it's batched up to that point. So it's, I think the reason why they say private selection as opposed to single barrel is because technically going into that finishing stage, it's batched.
Yeah.
Now, if you remember too, we were one of the few people to truly have a Maker's single barrel. We tasted a Maker's single barrel because when we did our pick, they let us have a sample from an unfinished single barrel. Obviously, that never gets
Yeah, they did.
sold to the public, but it was neat to say that we were able to try
no,
that.
that was really cool. But I'm sure everyone who goes through that experience gets to taste that.
Yeah.
It's not like everyone gets a single barrel or
No,
to
gets
private
to
select.
do a private
yeah.
select.
So
No, I agree.
I thought that
agree.
was a neat little.
That was, and I still have that bottle sitting up there.
Oh, that's cool.
That's that they gave
Is that
us.
ours?
Well, they gave it to us, yeah. When we did the private select, they gave us that little bottle
sell
from
it.
that single barrel.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Remember?
I see what you're saying.
And then we took that into our tasting.
Mm-hmm.
She filled that up, then we took it into our tasting, and we ended up using that as kind of our baseline, even though that wasn't technically from our barrel. So anyway, I just thought some people don't know the difference. We talked about that today between a standard private or a single barrel which is never mingling with any other product.
And a lot of times
Versus a private select, which is mingled or
Yeah.
batched and then finished as a single barrel.
And I think a lot of times people will see these and be like, they don't. Again, it's not a single barrel, but they don't really associate this as like a one-off product. It's just a different rendition. So when you're like, hey, this is a single barrel of Makers, like, I don't think a lot of people put two and two together that that's what these kind of are, even though they're not single barrels.
It's their version.
Yeah.
Because single barrels became so big, this is what Maker's Mark came out with to kind of stay in the market and stay relevant when all these single barrel fads took over. And so this is their version of a single barrel, even though it's not technically a single barrel. It's a private select. And so the process behind this is interesting. Like what they do is they have barrels that are finished with 10 staves of just one stave. And then they take those barrels and they pour them into these big carafes, basically. So you've got, of the 5 different staves that they have a carafe for 10 staves of that single stave.
Yeah.
That was neat. We kind of tasted some of those
Yeah.
a little bit in the beginning, like very small.
Yeah, we did. But the way they have you make your selection is you're not actually tasting a private, a barrel like you do at any other private barrel.
Mm-hmm.
You're basically playing blending chemistry games, doing portions of each carafe, and then trying to figure out the best, flavor combination. And what's interesting is you're doing this, but yours is going to go into the barrel at a different proof. Yours is going to come out at a different proof. What you're creating is going to be similar to what you actually end up with, but it's not going to be the same.
Yeah, it's not going to be identical.
No, so that's the interesting thing.
Do you remember what proof we actually drank?
What I wish they would do, I don't. What I wish they would do is the selection that you make, give you a sample bottle to take home of that.
Yeah.
And then you can compare it to your bottle when it comes in.
Yeah.
And they probably don't want you to do that because what you selected might be just crazy amazing and what might come out of the barrel may not be. I mean, as amazing, I should say. But like I said, I feel like all of these are always just good.
And it's not aged. They said, what is it, up to 9 weeks, but it's not always. Like
I think
they
it's
test
6
them.
to 9 weeks
Yeah.
and they test them. Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
That was probably one of the funnest picks that we've done because it was so
It
unique
was.
and different.
Yeah.
Well, and where they had us go.
And the scenery, that's what I was going to say.
Well, they used to
Freaking
have you do it
beautiful.
in the cellar. They used to have you do it in the cellar.
Which is
Because that's where I've
awesome
done
in
my
its own
previous
right.
one. Yeah, that one was cool. And then you'd have people through the tour coming in, looking in.
Yeah.
And they're all like jealous. Like, what are they doing? You can kind
Well,
of
it looked
tell.
like a chemistry lab in that
Yeah.
in the warehouse too, which was
But
neat.
people would be walking by going
Or the
through
cellar.
through the finishing cellar that they have that's built into that hill. And they'd be, basically looky-loos checking out what's going on in the glass. You could tell, whoever's doing the tour would have to contend with everyone looking to see what's going on in that room. But when we did it, this was the third time that I've done a Maker's Mark selection. It was out at the reservoir. And they built this nice
Lake
cottage
house.
type
Chalet,
lake house
whatever.
thing. Yeah. Had a nice little living room area, a bar, and then a big, huge table. And
But it had a very cabin feel. There was stone in there
and then a huge
log
glass wall
wood
looking
and-
out over the reservoir,
Yeah.
which
You
is
remember
really
that,
cool.
You remember that white chocolate macadamia cookie?
Oh yeah, they gave us lunch there.
Yeah.
That was fucking great.
Well, we were
was fucking-
supposed to be there earlier than we got there. We didn't know that. I
Mm-hmm.
think something was lost in the hour or something. I don't know. I think they thought that it was Central Time when they told us, and it was actually Eastern Time or something. And
There's a piece of wax in there.
yeah, probably. I mean, look at the top of it. Look at the top of the bottle.
I could have died.
Helen Keller could have pulled that fucking off. Peter.
Well, he also ruined a bottle from Lorenzo's stash. He just ruined it.
It just fucking hulked that thing right in half.
And
That's funny.
so he's got bad juju.
For real.
But no, it was really fun. That experience was outstanding because you're right, it was like this almost like warm cabin kind of feel. And we were just out there just, doing our thing, drinking, and the host was great. But we were supposed to have an actual meal in the restaurant.
Yeah, okay.
And they brought that in.
Oh, that's right. They packed it
they
up
packed
for
it
us,
up.
or-
Well, no, they ordered out for
Yeah,
us and
that's-
brought in sandwiches.
Really nice.
Yeah, it was. But we were supposed to have and I've done that meal that was that we were supposed to have, and we missed out.
I
But
thought-
what they did
I
was
thought
pretty
the restaurant
good.
was closed.
No, it is, but open for that.
Oh, gotcha.
No, we were supposed to eat in the restaurant. All right, let's do number 2.
This is the weasel, right?
Wassail.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
It's great.
Winter
taste.
wassail.
Great
What is a
taste.
wassail?
I have no idea. Look
Okay.
it up. Look it up while I pour.
I'm glad that I'm not the only one.
You
that
already did
doesn't
the
know.
staves, right? You already
Yes,
you already said
yeah.
them. So this is 111 proof exactly. So 55% alcohol.
I feel like you're almost a whole glass behind.
How's that? We're
Brett and I
the same-
have.
You already have this in your glass?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Thanks for offering, guys.
So this says that like
Is it a bird?
no. So they spell wassail differently. It's like I typed it in like it's spelled on the bottle.
Yeah.
They add an I to it. Just
Is it a? I wonder if they just misspelled it. Is it a flower?
a traditional winter punch, like a drink, like
Oh.
punch. A caroling or visiting custom and a classification of a thumb duplication. None of those are related.
No. Okay. So maybe
It says it's a drink,
a drink.
a warm spice punch typically associated with Christmas season.
I'm going to say it's probably to do because it says winter wassail. I would say it's probably the Christmas punch, maybe.
Yeah, recipes include apples, spices like cinnamon and cloves.
Maybe that's what we're
a
gonna
spirit
get.
like brandy.
Maybe that's what we're about to get.
So
Cinnamon, clove.
But it also says wassailing refers to the practice of going door to door, singing and offering a drink.
I thought wassailing is what you do on the floor with your friends.
That's wrestling.
Oh, wrestling.
Wrestling.
All right. So, I mean,
R.I.P. Hulk Hogan.
Typically with your shirt off and oiled up.
Yeah.
I get citrus on this. I get
Oh.
a very like fruit punch.
Oh, yeah, I
punch.
do get. I do
You get it like
some
remember like the old
citrusy.
school fruit punch though?
Yeah, where they
Give 'em a
use
little-
orange juice as part of the base.
It was like give them a little punch.
Jeez.
I'm serious. Do you remember
No,
that?
Yeah, I do.
That was a very 80s thing.
It was.
We used to get that in this like big like tin can. Like a a can of like tomatoes or whatever comes in, like or a can of green beans. It was like the same giant can though, but it was full of fruit punch.
Have you had this yet?
Not yet. I've only
That's
smelled
right.
it.
Yeah, this is actually really good. This I think this name, I'm a little disappointed because I didn't know what it was. I've never opened it. And I think I'm a little disappointed that I didn't because this is actually really good. It's got a really interesting combination of flavors and it does kind of taste like a punch.
That is very interesting.
Right? It does kind of taste like a punch, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. There's like a fruit punch in there on the back end. I'm trying to figure out what's on the front end for me.
So let me ask you this, guys. These bottles that we're drinking right now out of are the old shoulder bottles, or whatever you want to call it, that they did for the private selects that they came out with. They were the private selects for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
And then just recently, they've switched to those more square-ish bottles that they've done, like with their wood they switched their wood finishing series over to. They did the Keeper's release in it, the Hearts release. Those are in it, but that's now their private select bottle as well. Which bottle do you guys like better?
I might need to see them side by side to be truthful. I should Google.
Well, there's two back there.
That means I have to get up.
No, but I've got a picture right now that I can
Okay.
show you of our current bottle. This is our bottle. So it's the squarish, tapers upward.
I think I like the square bottle.
Me too.
Yeah,
I think
over
I
the
like
shoulder bottle.
the new one that they've been doing. I think I like it better too, and I don't know why. I think it's easier to grab as well, and I
Yeah.
think it takes up less space on the shelf.
For sure. It's not as wide.
And I don't know why because it's still holding the same amount of volume. I don't know, but yeah,
You don't know why it's not as wide.
I don't know why it doesn't take up as much space. Like I understand if they're taller, and they could be thinner, so they could take up less space. But I feel like they almost flare out about the same as
These have very
they're
large.
thinner from front to back and wider from left to right, I believe. These are more square. I think that's the difference.
Yeah, but they also these have a pretty hefty glass bottom to them.
Yeah. I think the new ones do too, I think.
Yeah.
I like the squarish look on things in general.
Yeah.
I like boxy.
It's interesting how we go through phases, right? When like cars were boxy.
Oh, yeah.
And then they became like super rounded off and then, some of them are going back to kind of a little bit more of that boxy look again.
Agree.
And I think Star Wars did a thing on that too. Like, not to nerd out, but like you remember the original trilogy, right? Everything was kind of very, boxy and hard edges and stuff like that. And then when they made the prequels, which were supposed to be earlier, they had everything curved and all that stuff, and everyone was like, well, that looks newer. And George Lucas was like, no, if you look, a lot of times following those curvy kind of, whatever, you get to a spot where they start going more industrial, and we're kind of going back to that again.
Well, yeah, look at cars from the 50s.
Well,
they had all those like very rounded things.
Yeah, and then look in the 70s, they were very squared off.
Right.
And then look in the 80s and 90s, they started kind of getting a little more rounded again.
Yeah.
And now they're getting a little more squared off,
Yeah.
I feel like, again.
Yeah, agree.
So it does go, he wasn't wrong in that regard. It's just interesting when people actually put that kind of thought process into it. He could have easily just left them exactly the same and been like, oh, squared off, but this one has a flap going this way. He changed it. I just thought that was interesting, that's all.
And then Disney ruined it. No, I'm kidding.
They've ruined and they've done great in other things.
You ruin everything.
But like Rogue One is great. Andor is supposed to be great, and Andor is like a series that is a prequel to Rogue One.
Okay.
The main character from Rogue One is in Andor.
Some things for me, and I say this, it's because like they're so nostalgic for me. Like
You put so much weight on them, and then it just can never live up to it.
Exactly. Nothing like to me because it had such an impact in my childhood. I remember being a kid in my aunt's basement watching some of those.
Is there anything that...
Well, if you look at kids nowadays, like kids to us, the ones that grew up with the prequels love them.
I'm sure because it was very nostalgic to them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you if you saw Star Wars right now, you'd be like, I fucking hate this. For a kid.
The new Star Wars or the
No,
old?
the old
no,
one.
they wouldn't because
Yeah,
my
I
fucking
think-
kids loved them. Before the new ones came out, my kids loved them.
I think he's talking like
No, I know what
kids
he's
that
saying,
were
but I think he's
born-
wrong.
Kids now.
Because
yeah.
it's still magical. It's still like this thing. Like, you don't know. Right now, we
This is
critique everything. We critique the CGI. We critique everything. But kids don't care about that shit. They just love the story, and if it looks good, then they don't care.
I highly disagree with that.
Well, it's okay
I
to
think
be
the
wrong.
CGI not being anywhere close to what it is now
They
would
didn't
play
use CGI. They used modeling, so it looked realistic. That's why it looked so good.
That's why the OG Jurassic Park looks so good. The 93 Jurassic Park,
Yeah.
I think looks amazing because there is a little CGI in there, but a lot of that's like animatronics. And that's why I think it still like holds up.
It does, and if you ever look, they cleaned up some of the harshness of the modeling with the releases in like the '97 or the late '90s, and when they did the re-releases. I think I think they hold up just fine. I mean, minus like the haircuts and stupid stuff like that you look at and you're like, oh, this is definitely old, but like outside of that, I think it holds up just fine. You look at those movies, like my kids, they love the original trilogy. They love it, but they also love the prequels. And then most kids I've talked to, like, when it comes up, for example, Kosai right now has Star Wars.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
And some of the people that are at our gym are in their 20s right now, and they've gone, and they're like, oh, yeah. And then, you talk to them, they love the original trilogy, the kids that are in their 20s right now. And that movie was out. I mean, how old is that movie now? It's 70, so that's 50. It's 48 years old.
Is the first one 1970?
77.
Okay, I was thinking
So
somewhere
it's
was like
racing. So
80 or
it's
81.
48 years old.
Somewhere in there.
Imagine that. In 2 years, it's
Yeah.
going to be the 50th anniversary of Star Wars. 2
It's
years.
older than you.
No, it's not. I'm older than it, is what you meant to say as an insult, but you messed it up.
He's already 50.
I know.
Yeah. It'll be
I just wanted
50
him
in
to
2
let us know
years.
that.
But that was a compliment. You're trying to say that I'm younger than I am. You messed up, is what I'm saying.
I was trying to, but you're not. You're actually older than you are.
I'm older than I am.
Yep.
That makes sense. All right. Tyler's back, guys. But no, the younger kids, I feel like, love Star Wars still. Even, they love the prequels and they like the new ones that just came out, but they also love the original trilogy. And I don't think that's
Do you think
ever...
there's any sequel or what do you call the third? What's the third movie technically called? Is there a word for it?
The third trilogy, I mean?
Yeah, is it a trilogy?
The most recent
Or
trilogy, I
a
don't know.
prequel that's actually better than the original?
That's a good question. I think Rogue One stands up with the original trilogies and all of the movies. I think
Is
it's
Rogue
as good.
One Episode 1 technically in the whole...
No, Rogue One is the prequel to A New Hope. It's in between.
Okay.
It's in between Episode 3 and 4,
Okay, I watched that one then, yes.
and it's the one where they.
Anakin?
No, Anakin.
No, not Anakin. I'm sorry. I'm disappointed.
Would they
in
do the
myself.
racing?
No, that's...
They do all the racing?
That's
That's-
Phantom Menace.
That's what I'm thinking of as Phantom Menace that I did
No,
not
Rogue
enjoy.
One is a standalone movie. It's
Yeah.
not part of any
Yeah.
trilogy. They made it as a release. None of the main characters are in it. Carrie Fisher's in it as CGI. One of
Why the fuck can't I think of that character?
But they're not. Are you sure there's not a huge racing scene?
there,
that one?
there may
That's
be.
Phantom Menace that I remember.
sure?
The one where they're racing those little, where the kids like racing around. That's Phantom Menace. But there may be some racing scene in that, but I'm not aware of it. I don't think there is. But anyway, that's called Rogue One. And I would say that if any of the movies stand up to any of the original trilogy, it's that one. And I would say that it is, again, because it's a standalone movie, they made it gritty. They made it like it wasn't shiny and new like the prequel trilogy, episodes 1, 2, and 3. And it wasn't recycled like the latest trilogy.
I don't think I ever saw
7,
it.
8, and 9.
Yeah.
I would recommend, if you liked Star Wars at all, I recommend watching Rogue One. It is outstanding. And then watching Andor, because it's the series prequel to that movie.
Okay.
And they've done a really good job with that. I will say that I really enjoyed the Anakin, miniseries, the miniseries, and then I enjoyed the first 2 seasons of Mandalorian. I've heard that it kind of went downhill after that.
Lord of the Rings is the best of all time.
I love the trilogy.
Yeah,
I mean,
same.
and the extended cuts, I like those
Yes.
better than the actual theatrical
They're
releases.
very long.
Yeah.
They take a while to get
But they
through,
are
for
so
sure.
good, and
Yeah.
I would also put in the other 2, the
Hobbit?
I would put those in as well. I think those are outstanding as well.
I didn't like them as well.
No,
Truthful.
they're not as good as, but the book is not as good either,
Right.
because it's more historical than it is like fantastical, like the actual Lord of the Rings trilogy. The Hobbit book itself is almost like a reference guide, and they made it into a pretty good movie. I feel like, or 2 movies. I think it was right.
I think there were 2 movies with The Hobbit. I did not watch. Well, no, that's a lie. I watched the first Hobbit. I didn't watch.
The second one was
Anything after
really
that,
the
yeah.
second one was really good.
It's been a long.
But no, the Lord of the Rings was better for sure. But I thought the Hobbit was really good. I thought they did a good job with that, making it a good movie out of what they had to work with.
Yeah.
Now that being said,
my reach.
I would say that I would probably agree with you that I think I like Lord of the Rings better than Star Wars.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah. You
And-
seem
and
like
that's-
you'd be a big.
No, I am a huge Star
Star
Wars
Wars
fan.
fan.
A huge Star Wars fan. And you know why I say this? Because I even like episodes 7, 8, and 9 of Star Wars. But of the prequel trilogy, I only liked really like 1.5 of those. And even the second one, so Attack of the Clones I enjoyed okay. And Revenge of the Sith I enjoyed okay.
I like that because you figure out why like Darth Vader is
Yeah,
who he is.
right.
And that's
it gives
why I
you
really
some
enjoyed
backstory.
about that. yeah.
Right. That's the only thing. But I feel like they could have done it without the Phantom Menace. I don't even think you needed the Phantom Menace.
No.
I thought that was
agree.
just a stupid movie.
Agree.
Like I thought it was dumb. And it was almost like a movie that they're like, you know what? Hey, we need to highlight what we can do with CGI.
Yeah.
Well, it was CGI was like kind of like in its birth, in its infancy.
Even if it, I don't even know that necessarily. They were heavy-handed with it, and I felt like the movie was just there to show what they could do with CGI.
Yeah, but there were a lot of movies of their time trying to do that shit too.
Yeah, but this
But I
was like
feel-
one that George Lucas was behind, and they're trying to. I just felt like it was unnecessary. I felt like they could have taken the story from episode 2 and episode 3, fleshed that out a little bit better, and made
Carried
it
on with it.
and made it a trilogy with just those 2 movies
Yeah.
without even the Phantom Menace. I didn't think the Phantom Menace was even necessary. And but I thought episodes 7, 8, and 9 were at least they were more reminiscent of 4, 5, and 6. They were fun to watch, even though people didn't like the story as much because a lot of it was recycled. But I thought they were back to being more action-y, fun type, stories.
So I have next.
So this is our third one, right?
This is our third one. And oh no. Please hold. This is Arizonian Spice, and it's from Total Wine, Arizona.
Yeah,
this is a non-Ohio private select.
Correct. So this one was given to me by Tom McCash.
Okay.
So when he was in Arizona, he goes out there to visit his family a lot, and he picked this up for me. And he told me, he's like, you got to have this. It's really good.
So, I'm going to hand that off to you.
All right. So you have not done anything except for just tell the name of it, right?
Correct.
All right. So let's talk about this one. We've got 0 baked American puree, or pure, not puree. 4 French, seared French cuvee. 3 Maker's Mark 46. Is this the first one that we've had that's had Maker's Mark 46 in it?
Great question. That one is a 0. This one, the first one, Queen City had 4 of the Maker's
This one
Mark
has
46.
3. Okay. And then we've got 3 roasted French Mendiant. And this one is a non-mocha, which is interesting because this is in 2021, and it has 0 mochas. Like, mocha's not even an option.
Oh.
This is the new roasted French Mendiant. And then 0 toast French spice. So this has 3 of the roasted French Mendiant when it was almost brand new. The proof is 111.1, so 4 1s. All right, so keeping with our trend of hopefully good bourbon, what do you guys get on the nose?
The word spice already has me nervous.
I like spice in some. I didn't when I first started drinking bourbon, but now I embrace
I do.
it.
I associate spice with cinnamon, like the word spice.
Yeah, and here's the thing. with wheated whiskey or wheated bourbon, spice sometimes does mean cinnamon.
Yeah.
I get cinnamon already.
Do you?
But
But there are some
Definitely
cinnamons
getting
that you
some,
enjoy, though, right? Like you don't
Some
like
nutmeg, some allspice on the nose.
Oh, you are okay.
Yeah, I get the allspice as well. Yeah, it's big red gum that I don't like.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You don't mind traditional cinnamon, right?
Correct.
Just the more artificial cinnamon type things.
I've never understood cinnamon, and I've said this so many times. Cinnamon roll, fucking delicious.
Oh, it's like the
Give
best
me another.
ever. Yes. Oh my God.
Big red gum.
Like if I
Get
go
the
to
hell outta
if I
here.
want to go to brunch, if they don't have some sort of cinnamon roll type thing on the menu, I'm not going to that.
Have you ever had they
I'm
do
not.
like the cinnamon roll and fried chicken at some of those restaurants for breakfast?
I
Holy
haven't seen
shit!
that combination.
So good. It's almost like chicken and waffles.
Right, but where have you seen that? Because I would love to go there.
Ooh, speaking of
I'll find
great
out.
restaurants,
I can't remember right now.
so as a surprise, taking Jillian to Cento on Saturday. I'm excited for that one.
Let me know how that is. I've heard mixed reviews on that one. I've heard it's good and I've heard it's bad.
Yes, but I'm kind of
And I've heard
curious.
it's very expensive. So if it's bad and expensive,
Yes.
but that could have been. It was okay, but expensive. I could hear someone say it's bad.
You liked yes. Like oftentimes when someone gets something expensive and it's not
Just average, they'll say it's bad.
yes, like
Yeah.
it's bad. It's like it's not fucking bad. It's a Cameron Mitchell restaurant.
Right. I'm sure it's not bad, but with the
Yes.
price
Did
taken
you
into
you
consideration.
liked Butcher and Rose?
Yeah, I loved it.
And a lot of people are like bad.
A lot of people are just like your brother-in-law.
Yeah. So so yes, I agree, and I think that's more of the sentiment where it's like it's expensive, it's not that good.
Yeah, you almost have to. I feel like when you're going to a restaurant that you know is, I don't want to say absurdly expensive because they're not absurdly expensive, but they are
Yeah.
a little more elevated expensiveness. Like I think the Avenue is expensive. These blow that away generally.
Yeah.
And I'll go to the Avenue and I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
But going to Butcher and Rose, I have to prepare for that.
Yes.
I have to okay, I'm not going out to eat for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
To make up for that, we're going to go to Butcher and Rose in 3 weeks. I'm not going to go out to eat the 2 weeks leading up to it, so that when we go, we can splurge and get what we want.
Yeah.
And actually enjoy what we're
Yeah.
thinking we want to get,
Now-
versus getting there, being not mentally prepared, paying $250 for two people to eat and have drinks and really enjoy themselves with dessert, appetizer, drinks, the meal that you really want, which is probably a steak.
Yeah.
And then getting a bill for $250 and being, fuck, this was terrible.
Plus tip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that. If you're not mentally prepared for that and you haven't prepared for that financially, I could see being pissed off and being upset and thinking it sucks.
Yeah. So, I'll typically, not that wine's any cheaper, but I'll try to stay away from like cocktail drinks or some of those because they, at places like that, it could be a $20 thing.
Oh, 100%.
But I mean, a glass of wine, like even if I just get a somewhat average red wine, it's still going to be $15-$16.
So what do you get instead?
Or red wine usually.
So you'll get a red wine.
Or if I'll get one bourbon and it's just like.
But like a throwaway bourbon.
Like an Elijah Craig.
Yeah. Something that holds up and is standard and good, but you just for $15
or we'll maybe go get drinks somewhere beforehand.
Yes, that's the
then we'll have like
that's
wine
the plan.
There.
Or my wife and I, what we'll generally do, this is really good.
No, it's not.
Oh my God. This is maybe my favorite one so far.
No. It has a good like texture to it.
Yeah.
It's very viscous.
That's
but it is all cinnamon to me.
And I enjoy I'm soaking it in, man.
This is
this your favorite?
Baking spice to the max.
Is this your favorite?
I don't know about favorite. It's just way different than
but
the
you
other
like
ones.
it, right?
Yeah.
And you don't like it.
I don't.
So
okay.
No, you don't have to defend yourself.
No. I don't want it to come off like, oh, this is the worst thing I ever had. It's dirty diaper water. That was a recall to Tyler.
I feel like you'd let us know if that were the case.
Yeah. It's not like I'm not going to pour this out, right? It's not so bad that I won't drink it. But if my options were the Arizonian Spice or the Winter Wassail,
Winter Wassail was good too, man.
I would buy the
was
Winter
good.
Wassail over this. Is what I guess I'm trying to say.
That.
Like it's just not my jam.
So far, I haven't disliked any of these, and I'm not 100% sure, but I'm thinking that I kind of like this one the best so far.
Yeah, I mean, and that's variety, right? Like we're all allowed to be different.
No,
that's
yeah.
all.
I mean, that's the thing I think so many people don't understand. Mm-hmm. When you go on these stupid, and I enjoy a few of them, but when you go on these stupid bourbon forums, and everyone wants to trash everything, it's like, oh my God, that's a drain pour. Like, fuck off. Like, seriously, don't buy it then.
Actually,
you don't have to buy it. Let other people buy it and enjoy it. That's what they enjoy.
What I'm going to do with this, which is, and like other people could do this too. If you have a bottle at home that you don't love, like put a couple drops of water in it,
or cocktails,
right? Yeah,
the water is a great way to test it. A couple of drops, and then like sometimes you'll get some blooms of flavor that just were not there when it's straight out of the bottle. Mm-hmm. Like that's a great pro tip that people just don't even think about. Just like, honest to God, sometimes and there's a dropper behind you, by the way.
I just put like the teeniest little.
That's cold, and there's room. I didn't know. And you can control it more.
This has a little backwash in it too, and that's I like my own brand.
Well, that's viscous.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, I just because you can kind of control the drops. It's right behind you. But no, I agree. So many people forget about that, and another thing I've seen people do is saline water.
It's kind of salty. I don't know how that would.
I know, but I've heard people are starting to maybe do a couple drips of that.
I'll get us some flushes from work.
And I don't know what they're using. So buyer beware.
They're sterile.
Look into it before you just throw salt and water together, and then put it into your. But
0.9%.
But some people I've seen are doing like a saline drop into and it's opening up their bourbon in a way that they weren't expecting. But cocktails, that's another way to use a bottle that you don't necessarily like, or that has some, like you said, cinnamon? Is that what you're getting?
Yes.
So, like, if you want some sort of cocktail that maybe has some sort of a cinnamon kind of edge to it, you could use this in a cocktail like that.
Well, and that's a really funny thing you say, because like an old fashioned, I like a rye in my old fashioned, right?
Yeah,
and getting different flavors.
Yeah.
I think this would make an amazing old fashioned. And even putting a little water in this, it already has tamed down.
I love that you
cinnamon.
just did some marketing for our podcast. So we just published an episode of the Quick Take that talks about the history of the old fashioned. So check that out, watch it, and
Listen to it.
yeah. Well, it's a video.
Oh, we did that. Clearly,
did.
I wasn't involved.
We did.
Clearly, I was not there.
But that's out along with our first Quick Take that came out, or Bourbon Brief is what I'm calling them. Sorry.
Okay.
The first one was "What Does It Take to Be a Bourbon?" So I don't know if you've seen that one.
I've not. I didn't realize
I'm
we were
glad.
doing videos. I am ecstatic about this.
We are not doing videos. I am doing videos.
The metaphorical we.
So far, to this point, there are 2 of them. There's going to be 26 in the next year. Every other week's what we're
I
doing.
was going to say that seems like every other week.
It is.
Say it was payday.
We are not doing anything every other week.
Yes.
You are doing
We as a podcast are. Yeah. You guys are doing nothing. I'm producing them, writing them, directing them, acting in them.
Oh my.
Katrina
The first one is on Instagram. You can probably see
Okay,
it.
I'll go on the IG.
It's also on YouTube. It's also on our. There's an audio version in our podcast as well. So,
Clearly, I'm slacking.
Bourbon Brief. That's so we've got Mouth
Do you wear
Experience
briefs
Monday.
during the Bourbon
I
Brief?
do. I should. That would be better. We've got Mouth Experience Monday. We've got Bourbon Brief, and then we've got our long form episodes as well.
All right.
So the Bourbon Briefs are like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. That's all they are. So anyway, that being said,
I just want to call back to this. The
Yeah,
little
go.
water, I really like it. It tamed down the cinnamon.
okay.
It really did. I'm not just saying that to try and
No,
plug
no.
things.
That doesn't plug anything. We don't sell water.
Yeah. Well, we fucking should.
Bourbon Hunters water. Tasting
That's
water.
funny.
Bourbon Hunters tasting water. We should sell it.
We should do it though, like from the mountains of Columbus, Ohio.
Have you seen the Beavis and Butthead episode where they're showing? Like, I don't remember what song
That
it is.
really changed this so much.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry.
crazy.
Go ahead.
No, it's crazy. There's some sort of chemical thing.
It enhanced the viscosity.
Yeah,
It
so
decreased the cinnamon.
There's some sort of chemical thing where the way that water attaches to whiskey.
Okay.
And it somehow attaches in a way that opens up different flavors and stuff like that. I don't remember the details. I've seen people talk about it. I just don't remember what it is, and I'm not a chemist. So, but yeah, that actually is a thing. That's why water, like a drop or 2 of water, can enhance or add flavor to a whiskey.
Well, this kind of recalls me back to some of the Greg Metz stuff when he said he proofs it down so
To 40,
low.
yeah, he puts it to 40%.
Yeah, like I'm not going to keep pouring water into this and like fill my Glencairn up to the
No,
top.
no.
But it also makes you wonder, like, what's another little drop to? Like, what's another?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
I mean, when you're at 111.1 proof, a drop or 2 might take it down to 100, depending on how much you have in your glass, and then another drop or 2 might take it down to 90. So, like, you're now at shelfer type, proof, and that still is reasonable.
it's interesting how water made it more viscous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think that's part of that chemical whatever. But that is interesting. You're right. I 100% agree with that. What do we have? We have one more left. Where's it
Yeah.
sitting?
it's on the floor.
Oh, okay.
It's called floor whiskey.
Wow.
Anyway,
Nice.
so I was in between Spec and Cento.
What?
Oh, what's Spec? I've heard
It's
that.
an Italian place, but it's
Sorry.
it's
But it's not
smaller.
Cameron Mitchell.
It's not Cameron Mitchell, but
Yeah.
I've heard incredible things about it. But I've also really, really wanted to try Cento.
What's the occasion?
So-
Are you just going out?
Yeah,
Just a day
yeah.
night?
Yeah, haven't
cool.
been out in a while.
No, that's good. You got to do that. You got to do it
Yeah,
more often than people think.
yeah, and we're always us being on the north side. We're not as willing to venture downtown as much anymore. Bridge Park's our usual. So,
Bridge Park is a good place to go.
yeah.
Honestly.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is.
Because you don't have to deal with the parking. Now, I will say, because all the places...
Bristol Republic just opened up there, which I'm
Oh,
super
no.
fucking
You
excited.
know what's even funnier about that?
Where? Well, hold on. Where?
It's over
Bridge
by
Park?
Pins on that side.
It is?
So here's the funny thing. It's not that Bristol is opening there. They're moving their location from the
Yes.
short north.
Yeah, I knew they
which-
were closing that down.
Which just goes to show that the short north's going to shit.
No, it is.
It is.
It's
100%
it's like
I did not know.
Because the Short North used to be like the fucking place.
I love
Republic's
Bristol.
brunch is outstanding.
Their fucking Father's Day or Mother's Day brunch buffet,
I'm so
fucking
pumped.
awesome. Yes.
I am so pumped.
Yes.
I'm happy for them because there have been some really negative things that happened in the Short North, and we'll go back to bourbon in 1 second. But they just charged one of the bartenders at Julep, which doesn't exist anymore. Because if you guys remember, there were a few fights that happened there in the Short North that resulted in the death of a few different people because it was kind of these where someone got punched, blindsided, and it causes them to go unconscious. But in the process of like falling back, they hit their head on the concrete. They have like subdural hematomas or some kind of intracranial bleed, and 2 different people died from those.
Yeah.
And so they're charging, I think, one of the bouncers in that because I think maybe one of the bouncers was involved with like there was an altercation, and then he just punched the guy for whatever reason, and he's dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's manslaughter. How many years in prison is that? And you just think like,
That's a shame too because
I'm just punching someone,
right.
You know, and it's the Short North has just gone to shit. On to bourbon.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It has. It has. There's always something there after midnight that it's just fucking nonsense. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the old saying? Nothing good happens after 2 a.m. or something like that. So this last one is Grandma's Kitchen. I don't know why this has almost like a tax stamp on the top of it. I don't know if you know anything about that, dude, or not. This is your bottle.
No, that's it's just the how many are in that batch. They did that for a minute. What year is that? 2020?
2020.
Yeah.
February of 2020.
That's why.
So this is interesting too. How many staves do they do total?
5.
10?
5
Oh,
staves.
10 staves.
Yeah.
5 choices of staves.
I'm sorry, I meant the total. Okay.
Yeah,
10.
the total number is 10, but you have 5 to choose from.
So that makes sense. There's 10 total in here. But under roasted French mocha, there's not a 0. There's nothing. It's just blank. Where the others had a 0 on them.
Yeah, they used to do that.
So
Back in that's one of the old ones. That's 2020. They used to do that when it was 0. They just put it. It was
there's
blank.
nothing. It was just blank. But we had a different one from 2020 that had a 0. So it happened at some point during 2020. 3 of the baked American puree, 2 of the seared French cuvee, 3 of the Maker's Mark 46, an unknown roasted French mocha, which is also 0 because there's nothing there, 2 of the toasted French spice, 111.1 proof, 55.55 repeating alcohol by volume. I saw you smiling over there, big guy.
Yeah, you did.
You knew what I was doing when I read that.
All right.
Sam will appreciate that if he still listens to us. Here you go, sir.
He does.
Go ahead and pour that. I'm finishing my last one.
Can I have a clean glass?
I put you right there,
Nice.
sir. Right here.
Sweet.
I know you love, we were talking about food and blah, blah, blah. I won't go back to it too long, but I know you love Cap City Diner.
I do. It's simple, and it's like an elevated diner.
Yeah. My sister and brother-in-law, they love to come up here for dinner. You know what I mean? We don't have a lot of stuff in Chillicothe where they're from, and they love fish and chips.
Oh,
I'm getting there.
Yeah,
they were like, we're looking
and
for
they
a
have
new
a good
place.
fish sandwich too.
They're like, we're looking for a new place for fish and chips. And I said, have you guys been to Cap City Diner? And they're like, I don't know what that is. Like, what? And you just hear Cap City Diner, you just don't know what to think.
Yeah.
And so I took them there. I made a reservation, and they were like, oh my God, this is the best fish and chips I've ever had.
It's good.
And they brought out, not for us, but at a different table right beside us, someone ordered like the chocolate cake dessert. The same one for your
humongous
birthday.
Chocolate cake.
And it's like 5 tiers tall.
Oh, it's so freaking
and my sister's
ridiculous.
like, the fuck is that?
That's great.
And she's like, I thought I was going to get Grater's ice cream today because she loves Grater's ice cream.
Yeah.
And she was like, but I think I need that.
Well, and you can ask for a side of ice cream with it.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And their ice cream there is outstanding.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who it is. It might be, what's the one from Michigan that's around here?
Kilwins?
Not the one I was thinking of.
Okay.
But, yeah, anyway. I think they partner up with some sort of local-ish ice cream shop.
That wouldn't surprise me.
And their ice cream, it's like a vanilla bean that they do. It's so good. But you have to ask for it. Like, it doesn't come with ice cream. You have to ask for the ice cream. And here's a pro tip. That chocolate, if you go to Cap City and you get their chocolate cake, it's enormous, first off.
Oh, it's huge.
It comes out cold. ask for them to warm it up just a little bit, and it's a game changer. It's already good when it's cold. It is good when it's cold. But if you ask them to warm it up, oh my God, it's a completely different dessert.
Yeah.
And it's so much better.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about this one. Grandma's Kitchen. I remember this being very good.
It's got a good nose.
I'm hoping that's still the case.
I'm getting some like maple syrup.
Oh.
Powdered sugar.
Powdered sugar for sure.
Powdered sugar.
Like
the confectioner sugar is like, holy
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
I'm not getting a ton of like
I'm getting
pancake
some baking
or
spice, though. Baking spice
Yeah.
and some confection.
Yeah.
No, I don't get the maple syrup yet, but I am getting the confection sugar and I'm getting the baking spices. This has, from a nosing perspective, the ability to be outstanding. Just it's like hitting all the boxes for me from a nosing perspective. Let's dive in. Have you guys tasted it yet?
No, I'm still smelling.
I had sip one. I need another.
Man, it smells really sweet. Which reminds you of like Grandma's Kitchen, right? Like, oh, he's onto something.
This might be the most complex one we've had. Ooh, there's so much going on. I'm gonna have 2 more pours of this to figure it out. No, I don't. I have not been visiting my Maker's Mark Private Selects much lately, and I don't know why.
Well,
because
you
these
got
are so
700 to choose from in there.
I know.
So
I know. I need to dwindle them down, make room for the new ones.
I wish this had more viscosity.
Yeah,
it's got
I'll say it's a little wet.
Wet?
what?
It's a little thin.
W-H-E-T.
Yes,
Yeah.
wet. It's a little thin, but it's got a lot of complexity. There's a lot going on in here. I don't know what you think.
I do. I can maybe talk myself into the maple. It's a lot of confectioner sugar. It's very sweet.
You're
It is
right.
just.
You're right, though. There's not a lot of
missing.
viscosity.
It's missing something.
Yeah, it's not quite balanced. There's something like it finishes heavy with the baking spice. Do you think so?
No, you think the baking spice is heavy on the finish?
I think I do.
I'll be honest. Sometimes
I think it's sweet on the tongue, and then as it goes back, I feel like the baking spices really amplify. But I feel like there's something missing in between.
sometimes when we do like 4 like this, some of the flavors I feel like linger a little bit, and it's hard to like decipher, is this from something earlier or not. Like, yes, I'm drinking water and trying to like clear up my palate, but I guess I don't smell any of that baking spice. It's very confectioner sugar forward for me.
I don't smell the baking spice so much as I taste it on the finish. Jeff Tress is blowing up my phone right now.
Why?
Man, I just wish this had a longer finish. I like it, but it's just missing something for me.
Yeah.
What's Jeff want?
Oh, man. I'm getting a little bit of wood on that one. Oh.
Like, personally, you're getting a little wood on it? Or?
Taste.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually maybe getting a little bit of clove at the end on that one.
Really? You know, as soon as you said that, I feel like I get that on the nose a little bit. I remember back in the day, one of our radiologists had this huge party every year back in November. It's like the whole thing with like radiology week. But anyway, he used to smoke clove cigarettes. And he would, they're definitely weird. And he would, anyone that wanted one, he would give them these clove cigarettes. He didn't smoke them routinely. It was only like special occasions he would smoke these clove cigarettes. And if you were to like smell the cigarette before you light it, kind of like a cigar or whatever, I can smell a little bit of that clove in there. There might. I feel like, that definitely smells like clove.
Right?
It does. I don't think I taste the clove, but I smell it.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you.
What's your favorite tonight? Out of the 4.
I thought it was this one for a second one. I thought
We
it was
had-
this for a second, but I think I've convinced myself that it's probably not this one.
So we had the Queen City first,
That was good.
I like this.
the Winter Wassail,
I think it might be the Winter Wassail.
the Arizonian Spice, and then Grandma's Kitchen.
This was going to be my leader until I got the clove. But there's a lot of complexity here that I am enjoying. I'd say this one and the Winter Wassail were probably my 1 and 2 neck and neck. And then I would have to go to a real close, the Arizonian Spice. I liked the cinnamon in that one. I know you didn't, but it was almost like a higher proofed Maker's 101.
Though I tell you what, it got really good with a little drop of water for me.
Yeah,
because
no,
at first
see
I
that.
didn't love it.
I see that.
A little bit of water really.
But they're all good tonight.
Yeah.
Like I haven't disliked any of these.
For me, the Winter Wassail was probably a standout. But I like the Queen City a lot too.
No, it was
The
were
Queen
all good.
City
That's
was
what I'm
very
saying.
good. Like I said, the Arizonian Spice on its own, I didn't love, but the little bit of water, it's amazing how much it changed it for me.
I would agree. Water has that effect a lot of times. I feel like it gives a little bit of viscosity sometimes. Sometimes it'll thin it out, but sometimes it just gives some viscosity. I think all of these tonight have been outstanding. We're splitting hairs here,
Oh, yeah.
and when it comes to Maker's Mark, I mean, what, Tyler? You and I, both of our entries into we've been Maker's Mark fans since the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I are on the same barrel for our Maker's Mark Ambassador barrel.
That's really cool.
Which is crazy. Like, it's pretty cool as shit.
How much longer until that?
What's
A
the...
year or two.
That's really cool.
yeah, a year or two. But we went to some Maker's Mark event. It was like the Boxcar Columbus bourbon event. And the next day we both signed up for... the ambassador program. So anyway, let's go ahead and wrap this up. What do you guys think? Your favorite was which one? The Queen City or the
Winter Wassail, and
Okay.
then I'm gonna go to Queen City number
second?
2. Just like
Yeah,
no thinking.
those are your 1 and
just,
2.
Yeah.
And Tyler, your first one was this Grandma's Kitchen.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's something about this Grandma's Kitchen that's kind of like a sleeper. I like it a lot. But I don't know, man.
That Winter Wassail, I've never had like fruit punch like that.
Yep.
And that's why it was just so unique to me.
No, that was unique. That was cool. And I think I'm going to go with that one as my number 1.
Nice.
And then I'm going to go with what was the other one?
The Queen City or Arizonian Spice?
Arizonian Spice. I think I'm going to go with that as my number 2. And this one is my number 3, Grandma's Kitchen. The Queen City was, I mean, again, we're splitting hairs. These are all good.
Yeah,
These are all good.
Agree.
But anyway, thank you for joining in. And if you have not joined our Patreon, if you have not joined in to our Private Barrel club or group, you're missing out because we just did a private select from Maker's Mark called Vanilla Espresso, which is making fun of the way that Tyler says espresso.
You mean most of America?
Well, but specifically Tyler
Yeah.
on our podcast. So that's why we called it that. Join in, guys. We've got tons of picks. I mean, so far this year, we've done Pursuit Spirits, which was the Minix Muffins, which was outstanding.
That was on our trip last year. That was
Yeah,
fun.
that was so
That was
good.
really fun.
Came in this year. We ended up doing Jack Daniels, which was amazing. And then, which was what, 134.2 proof or something like that?
Something
Yep.
ridiculous.
And it is, the sweetness on that one is just mind-boggling.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have the Maker's Mark. We have Elijah Craig. We have Old Forester coming up soon. We have Angel's Envy. We've got a decanter of James E. Pepper coming out soon. And we've also got, in December, we're doing a pick of Knob Creek. And then Luxro is still kind of in the mix. We just haven't scheduled it yet.
Are those cask strength or distiller's picks?
Which ones?
For Luxro, I'm sorry.
The Lux Row, I think the weeded we were going to do is a 6-year 100 proof.
Nice.
And the other one is going to be an old Ezra.
Oh.
Single barrel.
Oh.
Ooh. Yeah. 7-year 117 or something like that.
Speaking of 6 to 9.
Hey. Yeah.
6 to 12, actually. 9's like 3/4.
Right. 6 to 9, and then add the blue pill up to 12. All right, guys. Thanks for joining in, and we will catch you next week on another episode of the Bourbon Hunters.
All right. Well, that wraps up this episode. Thank you for joining in on yet another hunt for great bourbon. Please give us a 5-star review anywhere you are listening. But if you don't, leave us some constructive criticism in the review so that we can better improve our show. But until then, sit back, grab a pour, kick up your feet, and enjoy some bourbon.
Tune in each week. Sit back. Tune in each week. Grab a pour. Tune in each week. Kick up your feet and enjoy. Kick up your feet and enjoy.
The Bourbon Hunters podcast has been craft distilled, produced, recorded, and edited by Dude Pool. For any feedback, questions, or episode ideas, please reach out to info@bourbonhunters.com.